Hey guys, so the goal of this week's vlog will be to get through like a lot of what I purchased during the Sephora VIB sale. I went in on a lot of Shiseido, so I'm going to share that with you, and then there's a repurchase. I have the Shiseido Synchro Skin Self Refreshing Foundation. It has SPF 30. I have it in the shade Birch. I think this is like definitely my winter shade. I'm like using this new skincare I have to show you. It's from Andalou Naturals and it's their press serum. Oh my gosh, we have to talk about. I'm gonna try and include more skincare in the vlogs because a lot of you guys are interested. So I love this foundation. I've been using it for the past week and it's something I continuously want to reach for. I think it looks really beautiful. I don't have to set it with a powder, but I do. I've been using the Sisley, which I showed you in the last vlog, so don't have to get too much into that. I have the Makeup Forever Pro Bronze Fusion in the shade 15i. This is a repurchase. My other one was getting a little gross and it was old and the color looked a little off, but I love this. It's what I have on the cheeks, so very pretty. Oof. Whenever I dye my hair, I always kind of like forget the edges and then I'm like, well, anyway. I'll do swatches at the end of everything so it just goes a little quicker. I picked up a eyeshadow quad. It's the Namiki Street Nature. Looks like this. Brown, so good. It's what I have on all over the lid. And there's like two golder shades. This is a lighter one. This is like my eyelid color exactly, which I love. I find that the reason I've been gravitating towards the Shiseido line a lot is because nowadays I feel like when people come out with, brands come out with foundations that say warm or golden, they're like really yellow. And for whatever reason, the tones here are so perfect for me and I've been loving it. For concealer, I have the Self Refreshing Concealers. I have the shades 203 Light for the under eyes, and then I picked up 301 Medium for the face. I can mix them together and just they will get me through like the whole year as my skin changes. This concealer I'm still playing with. It sets matte. So on the under eyes, you do get a little like, it looks as if I have powdered the under eyes. So it's really great because you don't need powder, but I'm still playing around with it because I'm not like obsessed with the way it looks, but I do like the way it looks as the day goes on. So by the end of the day, I'm okay with it. When I first apply, and I apply like very little concealer. I'm not someone that like tries to, you know, put a lot on. I'm like a dot in the middle, like here, and then it's just like the rest is just patted out. I'm not big on like lots of concealer. I also will not layer concealer. I won't put on another layer to like get more coverage. I'm just like, I let it be. I might add a little bit out here to clean up my eyeshadow, but that's about it. So this I'm kind of like on the fence about. I also picked up the Aura Dew. This is in the shade Solar. It's very similar to the Diamond Bomb from Fenty, I think. Looks like that. I have it on the inner corners because I wasn't sure where to put it. It is very sparkly and glittery. So there was a day when I put it like kind of down my nose, and while it looked really good, up close I'm just like, if anyone gets really close to me, they're gonna be like, there's glitter on her face. There is, but it's so pretty. So I like these kind of things. For cheeks, I don't put that kind of thing on, but I do really like playing with glitters like on the center of the lid, like center of the nose, inner corner, love it. My highlight, I have the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter down the center of my nose. I don't have any highlight on my cheeks, so it's like not very shiny right there at all. For lips, these are things I purchased in the last VIB sale. So what I have on the lips right now is their lipstick in Cyber Beige. It's their Visionary Gel Lipstick. They're super lightweight. Again, it's the tones that I really like. I love a nude, but I like yellow nudes. So this, I just love it. It's a satin finish. It's all I have on the lips right now. I had it wear off a little bit in the middle. Okay, so for gloss, I have the shade Honey Flash here. It's, again, it goes with this perfectly, and I'm gonna apply it. I had this first, and then I started exploring the rest of the line, but, for my skin tone, this is, I think, the most flattering kind of nude shade. So that's the lip with a little bit of gloss. Okay, swatches. Okay, so that's the foundation in Birch. We have the concealers. This is 201 Light. This is 301 Medium. The Makeup Forever bronzer and the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter in 3. Okay, so that's the Kajal and Tea House. This is the Quad. Swatched out. These two shades are so perfect. I have this one on the lid and this in the crease and on the lower lash line, and they're just so perfect. I always look for like that lid shade that looks like my eye lid color but better, and this is it on me and I love it. This is the Aura Dew. So the lip combo is the Cyber Beige lipstick with the Honey Flash lip gloss, and then these are the other two I have. This is a lipstick in the shade Bamboo, and the gloss is in Vinyl Nude when I want to go kind of peachier, but I love this so much. Like, I guess peach slash pink, and then this is very like peachy orange, yellow, mustardy vibes. So those are some of the Shiseido things I picked up in this sale. And what else do I have here? I also picked up the Olaplex No. 7 oil during the sale. I think this is so good. I love most of the Olaplex items I've tried. This is something that I like, after I blow dry my hair, I'll put it in and I'll just like, you know, sleep on it. And the next day, you know how when you have freshly washed hair and you're trying to like do your hair the next day, sometimes it just looks kind of like whatever. My thing is that it will look like frizzy. So it's not that this gave me second day or third day hair, but it made it so that when I was doing my hair, I didn't get like that frizz. Whether I straighten my hair or whether I have it like curled, I still feel like I didn't have any of that like really weird random frizz, or I'll get like certain pieces that are like not as beautifully curled. So I think this is so good. So I washed my hair last night and I put this in there, and then like I curled my hair this morning, and it doesn't look like freshly washed hair like for me. So I like obsessed. This is so good. And the bottle is so cute. You get a full ounce in here. This is like how all packaging should be, right? Just so easy to travel with. It's plastic. Perfect. Okay, so for the next look, I'm aiming for the Fenty foundation, as well as the Lawless bronzer, a Melt eyeshadow palette. Yes, okay. So this is the first year I've been showing you guys stuff from Paula's Choice. I just really haven't started exploring the brand until maybe, I want to say 3 or 4 months ago, and I've loved the retinol and I've loved the exfoliate. So they emailed and were like, do you want to be on our PR list? I'm like, yeah. Is it weird that I'm like way more excited about skincare than I am about makeup? Because like makeup, I feel like I can buy it and like I'll try it, and if I don't like it, you know, I can return it. But with skincare, it's like you need time to like test it out and whatever. I'm rambling. So they sent over another exfoliate. So I now have 3 bottles. I'm not complaining. Just saying, I now have 3 bottles to work through. So let's see, blemish free for like a year or 2. This I haven't tried before. It's the Peptide Booster, so I'm interested. I don't really do much with peptides. Once or twice daily, face and neck, alone or added to your moisturizer or serum. Oh, okay, good. So it comes in dropper form. Dropper form literally has been my favorite thing in the past year or so, because I just like throwing everything in my hand and then mixing it together and putting it on my face. I know it may or may not be the most effective, but it's really easy in the morning when you're just trying to like wake up and get everything done and get out the door, right? So I will try this. Thank you, Paula's Choice. Went to get groceries at Aldi. I have a whole bunch of these plantain chips and the lime ones. A couple of bags of combos. Have some bananas. 2 dozen eggs. 2 almond milks. And they had these insoles there for $3.99, so I got some. They feel pretty good. I feel like insoles are something that when we don't think about it, but when we go to buy them with intention, they're like very expensive. So I think $3.99 for these, and they felt really nice. So, okay, so I also went to Trader Joe's. I got these Peruvian potato chips. I have 3 bags. When I was paying, the cashier was like, have you had these before? I'm like, no, I'm just really confident that I'll like them. So they are very good. I like them a lot. The sodium's at 4%, which makes me very happy. Actually, cholesterol is at 0. Okay. I mean, obviously we went for snacks. So I have the pancake bread. I don't even know why I did this. Like, why did I buy this? It's a long weekend. I'm just going, this is bad. I grabbed the caramel bites. I love these. Oh, speaking of which, if you see these at TJ Maxx or Marshall's, grab them. They're good. They're like maple inside. Although if you didn't tell me, I would just think that they were like caramel and cinnamon, but I mean, they're still really good. Mango and sticky rice spring rolls. The tiny gummy bears. Spanakopita. Sparkling coconut with yuzu. And an orangina. Okay, so continuing with the Sephora haul review. So today is the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Hydrating Longwear Foundation. I have mine in the shade 210. It is a very good match for me. The matte one also looked, I feel like the matte one and the hydrating one look very similar on me. I don't think this is really hydrating. So if you look at my skin compared to the Shiseido I showed you earlier, I only have highlighter down the center of my nose. I didn't want to put highlighter on, so you could see that this, it's not dewy on me. I don't even know if I would say it's hydrating. I did a retinol last night, so I had some like dry patches, and this definitely showed. Like, you wouldn't see it like at this distance, but up close you would see that it like clung. So I removed everything and really kind of buffed out the drier patches and then reapplied this, and it looks good, but I don't know that I would reach for this on a regular basis. Like, I don't know that I'd be like, oh, let me just put this on my face. So I had used this like 3 times prior to today, and if before that I would have been like, I like this foundation, it again wouldn't be something I'd put in my rotation. But now that I know it clings a little bit to the dry patches, I'm kind of like, I don't know. Now I feel like I should revisit the Pat McGrath foundation. I had tried that also once and I was like, it's okay, but I'll try it again, and then maybe we'll do like another sharing foundation thing in this video. But I don't know. I don't know if this is like a win for me. I also picked up the Impulsive eyeshadow palette from Melt Cosmetics. I think this is really pretty. I really enjoy Melt eyeshadows. So that's what it looks like. I primarily use like this side. I have this on the lid, this in the crease, this in the like very outer crease, and this is the liner. So you can see all those like sunsetty colors in the eyes, and then when I close up you can kind of see the green that I've run across. It's kind of harder to see because it's like boom, you know, so much like reds and oranges and yellow, and I really love melt shadows. I think this is so beautiful, and it's so pigmented. It blends out well, the pigment stays true. I just think the packaging is really heavy. Like, if you see, this is like their normal palettes. This is like considerably thicker, denser, and it is heavy. Like, this is heavier, I think, than these 2 palettes combined. So, and it's bulky, and the way it's done, you can see that it's like staggered through, so it creates this like vibe here, but it is heavy, and it makes me not want to reach for it, even though I really love the shadows. This one shade right here, this Go Getter, is so good. Whenever I'm doing like a smoky eye, I'll put this like in the corners, outer corners, and it's like highlighted but still really smoky. I don't know. I'm just really debating whether or not I'm gonna keep this, because even though I love the formula and the shades, it's just, if I don't reach for it, what am I gonna do? Or I could just probably depot this. So another reason I'm considering not keeping this is, while again I love the shadows, this is the Impulsive, and this is the 27 in Gemini, which I already have. I feel like I could recreate a lot of the looks, especially that are on this side. And then these, even though I love them, I don't do blues. And then this area is really beautiful, as well as these 3 up here. But I don't know. We have to think about this. Another item I picked up is the Lawless bronzer in Golden Hour. There's another shade called Blazed, but this is the one that I thought I would like more. Blazed looks a little more red. It's for deeper skin tones. I think this is really pretty. There's a swatch of the bronzer. I think it's a very flattering shade. It's a bronzer that I find is more buildable. So when you, upon initial application, you're like, okay, that looks a little like there's a shadow. But as you build it up, you can see, you know, pigment, and it looks good. Again, I don't know if I'm like obsessed with it, but I like it. I don't know. It's like the first stuff I showed you, the Shiseido, I really love a lot of what was there. And here I'm kind of like, I like it, but I don't love it. So I'm like, what am I gonna do? All right. The powder is the same, the Sisley. The highlighter is the same, the Highlight Flawless Filter. For the under eyes, I have the Smashbox Studio Skin Flawless Concealer under the eyes. I love this. It's one of those that you don't have to set. I have mine in the shade light medium warm peach. So that's what we have going on there. And the lip is the same as last time. We have the Shiseido Cyber Beige lipstick and Honey Flash Gloss. A couple things I picked up in the sale were also the St. Jane Luxury Beauty Serum. This has 500 milligrams of CBD oil. I have 2 sample bottles, so I can just start to refill those if I travel. They're so tiny and they're so good. I love this. If you guys have been watching, I've been really into like CBD skincare items, etc. So I really love this. I felt like this was very like firming on my skin. And in general, items with CBD tend to be very calming, and relaxing. So I really love that. I also have the Sephora 56 Flawless Airbrush. If you bought any foundation, you would get select Sephora foundation brushes for half off. So on top of that, there was like the 20% off. So this one is like a really great standby. It's really beautiful for cream contour. It looks great with foundation. So grab that. More skincare I want to share with you. This is from Andalou Naturals. It's the Canicel Pressed Serum, and it's what I've been using in the past week and a half. I love this. So it is solid, looks like that. You don't get very much in here. I believe the original price is $19.99, and then Ulta was doing $15.99, and I had a 20% off coupon, so I picked it up just to try it. I've been looking up items again with CBD or hemp, and I've just found that like my body / skin really likes these ingredients. A Marshall's haul. We have the, what is it? Nature's Garden toffee covered pretzels. Yum. I have this truffle trio. When I visited my sister a couple months ago, she had this and I was like, oh, I want. And she said she got it at like TJ Maxx or Marshalls. So I've been stalking my TJ Maxx Marshalls. So $19.99, you get 3 items. The minced black truffle slices, and black truffle sauce. I think we tried 2 of them when we were there and they were just so good. We put them on top of like a rice. I can't remember. We put it on top of something and it was so good. So I've been on this like truffle kick lately, and I got some olive oil with it. It has 2% white truffles, and I have this black truffle mayo. And there's, I think, 2% black truffle in here. I'm excited for this one also. Also been into all things CBD. This is a topical oil with spearmint with 200 milligrams of CBD, which is not super high, but not low. So I'm gonna try this out. This one is quite low, 50 milligrams, full spectrum hemp oil. So this is a salve, and I don't know, I'm probably just not even gonna treat it as like a CBD product. It's just smelled really nice, like really refreshing / sleepy time vibes, so excited. And I looked at the original prices of these online. They're quite expensive. I think this was, okay, I don't remember this one. I think this was like $56. So I was like, or 55, I don't know who's buying it, but not me for that price. Okay guys, final thoughts on some foundations. So the Fenty, I tried again. I still don't like it. I think it clings on dry spots. I have been going through some retinols, but even when I'm using retinols, I still find that there are foundations that I can wear that don't emphasize like a dry patch or an area that's peeling. So I don't know. Maybe like Fenty foundations in general are probably for people who are oily or oily combo, because I haven't been able to, you know, wear any of them or want to wear them like in a daily rotation type way. This Pat McGrath one, I haven't worn it on camera yet, I don't think, but I have worn it 3 times. And every time I'm just like underwhelmed. Like the coverage is like medium, maximum, and like a maximum of a medium. No, oh my God, I can't think. It's just okay. The finish is pretty, but it kind of wears away after like 5-6 hours. The same thing for me with the Fenty, like 5 or 6 hours, you get more coverage than the Pat McGrath, but again, it just wears away, and I don't like the way it wears away. It wears away, obviously. So I don't get like an even fade. Like I just have like, all of a sudden, like my T-zone is just like foundationless. So I'm just like against those. I really wanted to love both of those, and I just don't. I did try the Shiseido concealers as foundation, and I do love them. I didn't even have to set them with a powder. They had a very like natural matte finish on me. So if you are thinking of picking these up, they work well as concealer and foundation. Lastly is the Surat Dewdrop foundation. I picked this up off of Space NK. They are currently doing $20 off every 100 you spend. So I did make, I think maybe like a $200 purchase. So I got $40 off. I also had $10 in a certificate. So I had $50 off my purchase. So I like to think that most of that discount went towards this foundation because it is $75, which is a bit crazy. For a foundation, you also only get 19 mil, which compared to the 30 mil you typically get in a foundation is way off. Okay, I'm like trying to adjust the lighting. It's really overcast today. It's raining outside and there's construction outside. So if it gets a little whatever, sorry. I have this in the shade 4. The component is really cute. You have a nozzle and you push up from the bottom and you get like, and that's how you get your foundation. It recommends 2 drops. I did 3. I think most people are doing 4. 2 drops does manage to cover your whole face, but you get a very light layer of foundation. The things I love about this is the finish. It's like when I put it on, I loved it. And then when I like was done with my makeup and I looked in like a mirror in different lighting, I thought it was even prettier. I think that's pretty close, but I literally, it's so beautiful. I have the shade 4. Again, I did 3 drops and I didn't do any concealer. I do have concealer on my under eyes. I use the Jeffree Star, but other than that, all you're seeing is the foundation. And I think it's so pretty. So it is my first day wearing it, but from the reviews I've seen maybe like 3 reviews. The wear time seems to be really great. It wears off beautifully. I really am into this foundation. I'm not saying run out and get it because it's so expensive for the amount, but if you can get it on a discount, definitely check out the Space NK sale. This is there. What else did I want to share with you? I'm going to share the lip with you because one of the items is available on Space NK's website right now. Macy's was doing 50% off a multitude of products, and one of them was the Bobbi Brown crushed liquid lip. When these first launched, I ignored it completely because it said liquid lip, but then a lot of people that I enjoy watching or blogs that I read were like, I love this, and I'm like, I don't understand. So I considered making a purchase whenever there was like a sale, but there was never a shade that I liked. And then I was on Macy's website and they had this shade called East Coast Slay. I believe it was a collab. So there were 2 shades and that's what that looks like. And there's a swatch. Again, very like warm, almost yellowy nude. I have a light layer of it on my lips right now. I don't have any liner on. I think it's so pretty. And it is absolutely not a traditional liquid lip. It is a gloss balm almost. It's so pretty and I feel like it fills in your lines and smooths your lips out. The second thing I want to share with you is the St. Jane Microdose Lip Gloss in the shade Bliss. St. Jane, their like CBD beauty serum I picked up during the Sephora sale that I showed you earlier. I don't believe the glosses are on Sephora yet, but these are on the Space NK site and gorgeous. There is 50 milligrams of CBD in the gloss, so I mean, probably won't make a big difference, but again, I wore this combination yesterday and oh, I was feeling myself, but it's so pretty. So again, I'll link that below, Space NK. Oh, and Beauty Bay is doing a sale too. I believe it's 15 to 20% off based on the size of your purchase. And I know there's a beauty blender duo on there with a cleanser for 29 bucks if you're interested. I know I felt bad like the last time I shared the Beauty Blender duo with you from Skincare Rx, it was like gone. I have been fussing with my hair this entire clip because it's like I didn't do it before we got on camera. Okay, anyway, the rest of the makeup I'm going to share with you in the next video because I feel like we've already talked way too much about makeup in this video. So I will see you guys next week.